good? Alright, I'm gonna do spider walk at 100 BPM and be focusing really hard on the anchoring idea. So, this spider walk hard mode, 100 BPM. My fingers are pretty cold, but might want to just fuck around for a sec to warm up. What chord is that? It's the root, a fourth, and a major seventh. What the fuck is that? Who knows? I found a cool chord the other day. It's called the mu chord, MU chord. It sounds really beautiful. It's like this. You have a root, and then you play the second as an octave, and then you throw in this third here. You all hear that? I think they used that in like this Deftones song called Teenagers. In like the middle of what's it called? White Pony, where it's like all metal and shit and all this yelling, yeah, yeah. There's like Korea, they got like Elite and all of this shit. And then they have like this song where it's like they have like these hip hop drums. It's like a drum program thing. And then they play like this loop. Something like that. Kinda, that's where my mind goes when I hear that chord. Pretty neat chord. Pretty neat. See, I've played this shape before with like this extra, where it's like we play the second as an octave. I've played that before because it kind of just makes sense. And like in my primitive mind, I thought of it as the It's like the double fifth. Because we have the fifth, and then what is the fifth's fifth? But it's not a fifth's fifth. That's not a thing. It's the octave second. And you can play it down here like this, a little more even. Right. No. Shit. How does she go? There you go. I was watching one of them Rick Beatos. About how pop music should sound, and he brought up this chord. Or maybe that video should be retitled to how pop music used to sound, like, you know, where people, like actual people who understood how music worked, made music. Let's get into the spider walk. I think I'm warmed up enough. Yeah, I think 100's too fast for the anchoring. This anchoring shit is it's kind of annoying because I could definitely play this at least at like 200, if not way more. However, you want to do this with like real good form, so. And if you master this anchoring idea, then you're just gonna be able to do these solos much better. So we're gonna go spider walk to the augmented spider walk to the 4-note per string chromatic thing, and we're just gonna try to get through that as quick as possible. Oh, I hate that shit. But it needs to be done. That's pretty annoying. The anchoring thing, like, so just to demonstrate my point, I'm gonna go to like 160 and just like play as sloppily as possible, but like it's gonna sound the same, but I'm not gonna be anchoring my fingers. Double speed. The fucked up thing is though, I kind of was managed to anchor my fingers for part of that. Just so I think I actually kind of am uh, intuiting some of that motion with the arched fingers. Let's try this at like 120 and just arch our fingers and anchor them and just do the whole fucking shebang. Give that another shot. We'll give this another go, then we'll move on to the next variation. Hold up. Or here's what I'll do. I'll try anchoring on the diagonal chromatic scale shape that I mentioned before. So that's hard because you have to stretch over down a fret. So let's see if we can do this. Yeah, I don't know. The anchoring might not be the most useful skill for this one. For the diagonal shape, that is. Potentially there is a utility to it. Maybe I'll try it higher up so I don't have to stretch as far. Not that it really matters, I'm going to tune up just a wee bit. version with the do it on 2 strings. So we gotta go. Slow that down. And try to do that more carefully with anchoring. Shout out to Creative Guitar and this exercise. at double speed pretty quick. Alright, now I'm gonna practice the 4-note per string chromatic shit. I'm gonna do that, or it's not chromatic, but you can practice it chromatically, essentially. Alright, I gotta get out of here at like 10:25, so. Alrighty, so I'm practicing trying to anchor my fingers for this really massive shape that people solo in, the 4-note per scale shape. It's all relative. Alright, we gotta slow this down significantly, and I'm gonna do this really, really carefully, because this is important I get right. Because the anchoring situation for these big shapes can pay a lot of dividends. So we're gonna start really high and work our way lower, because this is a big stretch, and the larger the frets are, which is like where it's low, then the harder it's gonna be. So we're gonna start high and try to go low. Ah. And that was me smacking my headphones off when I fingers burn from that shit. Just trying to stretch and anchor it and like apply that pressure, that is a good practice. I think I did like a good like 1 or 2% better than I did yesterday on that. But that's gonna be something we're gonna have to work on. Yeah, this anchoring idea can be applied to a lot of different things. Like I wonder if you could try doing like the anchoring for like the scales, you know what I mean? Like kind of doesn't work as well because you don't have all of your fingers held down at once, unless you are doing a 4-note per string scale shape, in which case I don't think that would be possible because you have to stretch like ridiculously far. But let me see how this will work. Never say never. Shout out to Justin. Shout out to Beebs. I know you're a big Tool fan, Justin Bieber. I know things about you that people don't know. I know you're a Tool fan, Justin Bieber. If you want to work on a Tool cover together, I know the pieces fit. And then I was like, baby. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Like Justin Bieber posted about how he was a big Tool fan, and then James Maynard Keenan, obviously the singer for Tool, he posted on his Twitter, "Bummer." Bummer. Alright, what do we want to get into today? I was looking at some triad stuff earlier. Or maybe there's something new. Okay, I'm going to try 3-note per string pentatonic. There you go. 3-note per string pentatonic. That's sort of new.
Hey, it's Daryl Sims, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can...
So yeah, because everybody learns the thing where they do the 5 positions. But I wonder what I can unlock if I like did the 5 positions in the 3-note per string shape. Potentially that could yield properly. Note per string pentatonic. I'm just trying to get a scale diagram. Alright, well, this is functional. So this is the I think I more or less know that one, but there should be 5 positions to that. So let's see if I can notice things about this. So, John Mayer, whatever you think about that guy, probably a pretty excellent guitar player. He has this idea of what he calls the pentatonic bridge, or the pentatonic equator, of which there is a point where it's like in the middle, where it's like all of the notes, and then it sort of like mirrors the shape above it. And what I'm noticing in this 3 note per string shape, there is this middle part where it does the whole step. Right, so that's a pentatonic jump and a whole step. Then pentatonic jump and a whole step. And then here we got 3 notes. That's whole step. And then above it, that mirrors what was going on below. Right? And so, yeah, I guess it mirrors. And so, and then the E kind of repeats, because we work our way back up to, or this is, I'm playing in G actually, we work our way up to G. And so by the time you reach back to G, then you just play the shape from how you started from, right? And so if you ignore the high E string, and just think about the first 5 strings, the shape kind of repeats and mirrors. And so I think that could be a good way to try to memorize this elongated shape. And then you can think of the high E string as like where it repeats and starts the pattern again. So yeah, alright, I'm gonna try to look away from that, see if that makes sense. I think it does make perfect sense. The main problem area is this B string, as always, with every scale. Because as we all know, there's the 5th fret is sort of like where it repeats, so it's like it goes E, A, D, G, right? And if you go E, F, G, A, the 5th fret is A, which is the next string, and then you go A, B, C, D, and then the 5th fret is D, which is the next string, and then you know D, G, E. Wait a second. D, E. This is what they call brain fart, but D sharp, E, F, G, right? G is the 5th string, 5th fret, and it's the next string. But that pattern does not follow into the B string, right? So that pattern follows, listen. It's a C, and so B is on the 4th fret. This is like guitar lesson day 1 shit. Alright, let's get back to this. So I think we can use this whole step shape as sort of the kind of like the pentatonic equator equivalent of like the John Mayer kind of way of looking at the pentatonic. Then we could just go, since we're up here at the G, we could just solo. Alright. So let's just try drilling this for a sec. Guys. Wow. So it goes, on the bottom half it goes pentatonic jump, whole step. On the top half it goes whole step, pentatonic jump. And in the middle it's whole step, whole step. I hate this B string. It always fucks everything up. I remember a long time ago, I saw a very interesting video about how if you want to just like hack the guitar, everybody tries to like find where they are from the E string and like the A string and all that. The real hack is you find what note you are from the B string, because that is the problem area string. And so if you just like master the B string, then you're never gonna get lost, which is an interesting idea. And I'm thinking of revisiting that, and that you use that as your marker, the B string, which is very, very counterintuitive.
Whoa. Yeah, so here's the.
See if I can find this video. Find where you are. B string. I don't know what else it would be called. It was such a good. Alright, this guy, Stitch Method Guitar. This guy's big into like the Grateful Dead and shit. Start navigating on the dreaded B string.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Stitch Method. Today, we're going to take your arch nemesis, the B string, and make it your main point of navigation.
And we're going to do Dorian in a sec.
The idea behind this video is to stop getting you or any player from really just thinking about that thick E string as the focal point to the start of your chords, the start of your solos. I teach hundreds of lessons a month, and I know how hard it is to get your mind off of starting here for an A, and then starting here for a G, or rooting mentally there. So I wanted to give you guys a really have a second option that just as powerful, just as easy to see, so that when you want to do the solo, instead of coming on the low end, you can come in on the high end, right? And so how do we do that? Well, what we gotta do is we gotta study what is the B string. The B string being the arch nemesis of every guitar player because the way it's tuned on guitar. It's tuned a half step down, and it makes your scales all funky and weird. And I just want to say,
The B string is the arch nemesis. The arch nemesis of every guitar player. And I'm inclined to agree.
this lesson was brought to us on Stitch Method by my good friend student Dwayne. Happy birthday, Dwayne. He had this discovery, and I said, hey, I'm going to bring this to the masses. So if you do enjoy this, let Dwayne know that he did a good job and wish him luck.
What would happen if I started playing in like an alternative tuning, where it's like I tune B up to C, and then I tune E, down to, what would that be then? Like E flat, or F. Would that change everything about the guitar? So that would all be perfectly in alignment?
Perfect. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start on the simplest method possible on the B string. Now, if you're a medium advanced player, you're probably going to roll your eyes, and I apologize, but I want to start from the ground up. I think it's that important. The B string, second string from the thinnest. Okay? I thought I plugged my G string for a second. The B string, there it is. Now, there are notes on this B string. So what are they? The open is a B note. You gotta know this. Now, by the way, the chart doesn't know as everything I talk about.
You know what? Something's just occurred to me. Part of why the B string is so annoying is it's the natural notes are associated with the Locrian, the diminished scale, right? So if you play all the natural notes on B, it's B, C, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. And that's Locrian, whereas if you were to do it on E, it'd be, that's Phrygian, that sounds cool. You do G, E, F, wait. sounds funky. Natural notes, like as if you're playing like the white keys on the piano.
In a very clear fashion so you can visualize it if you're a visual learner. Alright, so now, open D strings B. First fret is a C. Second fret is a C sharp. Third fret is a D. Fourth fret, D sharp or E flat. Fifth fret, E. Sixth fret, F. Seventh fret, F sharp or G flat. Eighth fret, G. Ninth fret, G sharp or A flat. 10th fret, A. 11th fret, A sharp or B flat, and 12th fret, B. And it repeats. The 13th fret would be a C, C sharp, D, and so on. So right when you get to the 12th fret, the guitar will okay, so those are the notes on the D string, and once you get to 12, it starts to repeat itself.
Alright, well, let's just think about this. B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, E, E sharp. Wait a second. Did I go D to G? That's not right. B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B. So let's just like work way backwards. A, or B, B flat, A. So this is a good one, because I always remember like the whole step down from the 12th bridge note, right? This is A, over here it's D, over here it's G, over here it's C, right? It's A over here. And that's G. I'm gonna do it whole steps, or not whole steps, like natural notes. So D, A, G. F. And so this is usually pretty easy to remember, but it doesn't really come to my mind because the 5 note is E because the last string is E. Which means 6 is F. So E, F, G, E, F, G, A, D. E, and then that is D, C,
A, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, just in case. Brand new distinction with the guitar. That's for you. Now, what do we do with this information? Well, you know, when you need an A minor pentatonic, I know that most of us, me included, you spot that A on the A string and say, well, there's my 4-1, there I go, right? And you usually come in here, and you don't want to come in here. In your solos, you don't want to start on the lowest note. You just don't want to do it because most guitar solos don't start there. You want to be able to kind of come in, you know, on the higher notes. And so how do we do that? Well, we gotta realize that the B string has notes on it.
He's totally right. So a lot of people, they learn the scale and then they like come in on like the 1. If you could come in on the B, that's like really early in the middle of the mix.
Any note can become a root note of several things. It can become a root note of a chord, it can become the root note of a pentatonic, and it can become a root note of a diatonic scale, meaning a full scale, like major or minor. So I want to show you how to find these with ease, and then show you how to, like, you know, really navigates that you can come in on any one of these ideas and stop getting away from that E string. So let's get to it. All right. So I'm going to pick G. Okay. So where is a G? Well, I know that a G is on the 8th fret of this B string. Now, if I need a D major chord, I mean, sometimes you're going to go right for this. I get it. But why wouldn't you go for this? The question is, if you don't go for that, because you don't see it. Well, let's talk about it. This root note G can be a major root note on a major chord. Okay? Shaped chord in the Cage chord system is a C-shaped chord. Okay, my little finger on the middle has my C shape. My Cage chord stuff will link below if you haven't seen this stuff before, because you want to know this. Now, there is no pinky, but we're not navigating that. We're navigating from middle finger. So if you need a major chord, just take middle finger, select whatever note you want. That's the note with your C-shaped chord around it. You use your middle finger and on it, and you get that major chord. This is a G. This is a major chord. If I go to the 5th fret, this is an E. And I can play an E major chord. If I go to the 12th fret, that's a B. I can play a B major chord. So if you know some songs that have chord progression with major chords, try to spot those notes on the B string. Right? Now, minor chords. Minor chords are a little bit different and they're a little bit harder. But if we go to that G again, where this is the major shape, the minor shape plays a little different. You put the finger on the note. So now you're scouring your okay, G. I got my, I need a G minor chord. So I'm putting my finger there. 8th fret.
Yeah. See, the B string is the problem area. I can't guess that. I can't say that off the top of my dome. But I think that's G. So that would be B, B, G.
But if you can get this guy here, that's good as well.
That's
So
E.
this is your minor. It's a C minor shape. So this is a G minor.
C.
Minor.
B.
Now, tell me right now, how about you play A minor? Find the A on the B string. Okay. Did you find the 10th fret? On the 10th fret, your ring finger there, and you play this little chord 10, 9, 10. If you can get the pinky there, great. If you can't, that's your A minor chord. So, let me show you something. Let me play the progression.
That's A minor?
It's gonna be
Is it?
sorry, A, C, D, or G minor.
Alright, I gotta revisit triads. Yeah, if you play it backwards, it's A minor. That is a good one.
G, 8th fret. D, middle 3rd fret. Oh my God, you know, if I can play guitar once correctly in the video, there's my D chord. Cut me some slack though, I'm tired. All right, so I have A, C,
See, I would see this shape normally as like
E minor. There's
like
my E.
F
Right.
major, F major 7. Play it like this. A minor.
Okay, so you can pause that, rewind that.
Alright, well, this guy wants me to play some shit.
A, middle finger, major. C, I can come up here. That's my C, 3rd fret. G, 8th fret.
Hold up.
D, G, or G major. Yeah, so let me make sure A, C, D, A, then A, E minor, G, D. Okay? So let me show you this. A, middle finger, major. C, I can come up here. That's my C, 3rd fret.
Alright, that's A major. That makes sense to me. That's just the C shape up here.
G,
Alright, so that's A major, C. So G.
8th fret.
Oh. This dude's onto some shit right here. Alright. This dude's really onto some shit. Alright, I see exactly what he's doing. Right. So we all know this C chord open shape. And then the major chords are made out of a root, a third, and a fifth. And so for this shape, we have C as the root, and then it's a third. We play the fifth here. And then we have this, that's the octave C. And the octave C is played on the B string, right? So a lot of times we understand as the octave as this thing, but we could also put the octave here on B, right? And so then from there, if we understand what the B string is, what the notes on the B string are, then we can create these chords from that note on the B string and like project them downwards. So it's like, look, if you want to play A major, you can start here. There you go. And come up here, C. You want to make it G, and we gotta look for the G here. That is some genius shit. That is some high level shit right there.
D, go to the 3rd fret. Oh, really, Ian? My God, you know, if I can play guitar once,
So even the pros make mistakes. You see this? He's like, oh shit, did you really just play the wrong chord?
Cut me some slack. I'm tired. All right, so I have A, C, G, D, correctly. Now A, E minor. There's my E, 5th fret.
E minor.
G, D. Let's play together. Okay.
I see. I'm seeing through this matrix right now. Now the thing is, to do that fucking arpeggio shape, you need the really stretch though, for the minor arpeggio. I've never been a fan of that. I like the major arpeggio. That shit's awesome. But the minor arpeggio is icky wicky dicky. That's why I've been more into the sweeping for that shit. Yeah, I wish I had more time to practice today. I think I'm gonna have to jet soon, but let's keep going with this.
Alright, but we're just doing C major shape chords and C minor shape chords, but moving them. Let's start with A.
Alright, well with this knowledge, I'm gonna try and do something in Dorian on the quick. Like these, that is a major 6, minor 7th, major 6, minor 7th. I'm gonna solo for the on Dorian. that up. No, I want that back in 4. It just need to be faster. Is it in 3? It's interesting, you can tap it out. I've never tried that before. squeeze in. Let me check something real quick. Alright. We got a little bit of time. Let's do some quick triad work. Oh, you know what we missed today? Arpeggios. Shit. Yikes. Slow this down.
Try doing it real slow.
cool to get that up to speed and do a boopy 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 boo, boopy 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 boo, boopy 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 boo. I'm gonna try it with no metronome. So yeah, whenever I start rushing to do that jump, that's when I quickly lose pace. You gotta do it in time, right? And then you kind of have you kind of remember where it goes down to. It's not really the jump that's the problem, it's returning from the jump. Because I like lose my, I'm like, I get up there, and I'm like, wait, where the fuck do I go down to again? Alright. Let's see if I can remember the minor arpeggio, because I don't practice that. I didn't practice that at all, but. The minor 7 and the major 7 arpeggio, to be specific, the 7th arpeggios. So that 1, 2, 3, that is the normal arpeggio, right? And then when we add a 7th to it, it becomes a 4-note arpeggio, right? We got a major 7. I see, that makes perfect sense. This is a major 7th. Probably throw that in a lot of jazz chords. So then you have this major 7 arpeggio, which is the 1, 3, 5 of the normal arpeggio, but with a 7th in there. This is the 3rd. That is the 5th. That is the 1. And then you add the 7th. I really love that 7th. The 1, 3, 7 chord. I use that a lot. How much time did I put in there? Hour and a half. Kind of want to do more, but I think I gotta get going. All right, y'all. Stay safe out there. They got many dangers, many trials and tribulations we all must face in this game of life. And only one thing is promised: death. So